Welcome. We're here at a beautiful restaurant called Puerta Vieja. It's in right outside Cabo San Lucas, right before Cabo Bello. It's a classic and it has a beautiful view. Today we're waiting for Hurricane Priscilla to come by, so the view is a little cloudy. But please don't forget to come here. It's a must.
Hello, I'm Frida Ludwika, and I'm the commercial leader here at Destino. And here we are with Alejandro. He's our editor in chief, and he's gonna talk a little bit about this relaunch that Destino is having right now.
Yeah, so
Right?
we're super excited because we just have this. We got it. It's fresh from the press. It got here just like 2 days ago. We're already distributing it all over Baja. Exactly. We want to talk about this, and I know that Frida has
Some
a few questions
Yeah,
prepared.
of course. What does this relaunch means to Destino? Well, what is the vision? How the editorial team feels about it?
This is something that we were just talking about before we started recording. So Destino is a very well established magazine. It's an institution really in Baja. It has more than like almost 2 decades of existence, which is a very big deal in any company, but especially in the publishing world for a local regional magazine to be 2 decades old is a very big deal. So Destino has grown with Cabo and Baja. I don't know if you agree, Frida, but in the last couple of years, 5 to 10 years, and especially after the COVID pandemic, there's been a shift.
Like the storytelling, right?
Yeah, and even like the philosophy behind the destination here in Cabo.
Yeah.
So my thesis is that that Destino has to evolve with Los Cabos, and
Yeah.
this is really the spirit that animates this new edition, right here. I know that you're from here.
Yeah, I'm from here, and actually, this is more than like just a GPS or like like Google Maps or anything like that, because it always tell you like what to do, where to go, what to buy, but also it has like this new art photography that helps to increase the emotional part of being from here, from Los Cabos.
Yeah, exactly.
From the
We
Baja.
totally. Destino has always been strong on photography, but in this new edition that is in circulation during fall 2025, we really decided to double down on that, right? Not only from the point of view of quality, but yes, definitely the point of view of quality, but also from the point of view of celebrating the work of local photographers, because
Yeah.
there are many really good photographers that are capturing the life all over Baja California Sur, and we wanted to give them a space to showcase their photos. So the front cover is photographed by Raimundo Garcia Herrera, an aerial photography of this natural landmark that is not so well known near Rolling Hills. You know, if on your way towards Migriño, there's a residential community called Rolling Hills, and that's
Okay.
where this photo was taken. And just the whole issue is filled with beautiful photography. One of my favorite ones is this one. This is a photo essay,
Okay.
and I think this is the first time it's done in Destino, just a photo essay. This one is by a team led by Rox Hosh, but also formed by Arturo Ojeda, Elisa Murillo, Brenda Martinez, Rairu Fonseca. They took a trip backed by the Mexican Cultural Secretary of Culture all over Baja, and they were documenting and photographing the way traditional architecture takes shape here. So the way people have been living here for generations.
Yeah, it's an incredible work, obviously, but also I think that it's like the Mexican core that not every tourist knows. It's a way to describe like our roots and what doesn't mean like being Mexican, but also being here for a long time ago. An incredible part to share to everyone what does the Mexican culture means, and also how like the last years with a lot of hurricanes, with a lot of new businesses, with a lot of stuff going on, like appears in this place that it's beautiful. You know, La Baja is the natural side of a tourism comes and appears, and I think that's incredible how connects with every people that came to Los Cabos.
I'm not from here, and when I look at these photos, especially the ones by rocks, the vernacular architecture, I really get this feeling of reverence. This is a place where, especially Cabo San Lucas, where we are right now, where everything is pretty new. Like this, as a city, this place is like 40 years old.
Yeah,
No, before
like 40,
that,
45 years
exactly.
yeah, old.
But these works are very valuable, I think, because they show you how people have been living here for hundreds of years, and they have a very specific way of actually being able to not only survive but to thrive in a place far away, remote, and it's a challenge to live there. But these photographs are, I think, one of the strongest pieces.
And I feel
don't know
goosebumps.
what does it make you
For sure,
exactly,
it makes me feel goosebumps because this is so natural and it's so real. And it's a way to see also the architecture, but more than just the architecture, it talks about culture. It talks about generations of work, about the fishers that works since a lot of years ago, you know? So it is a way to connect, to really connect with the Baja. And I feel that every person that I met from Los Cabos is really like proud of being from here.
Yeah.
And so every tourist that came to Los Cabos can feel also the same, you know,
Exactly.
the same vibe of that goosebump of being part of it.
We forgot to mention that this is our only real estate edition of the year. No, the rest of the other editions that we are working on, they're not like on a specific theme. But this one in particular is real estate. So I think including a piece, a photo essay on the traditional buildings and properties, the traditional real estate of people
and
here,
all of this,
exactly,
obviously.
is very valuable. No, it's not all like $1 million villas. We do have some, but $1 million villas. I don't know if we want to go into that, or if you have another part of the magazine that you'd like to comment.
Obviously, it will be like the best of Los Cabos. I feel like that's a really aside what everyone's loves and every tourist will love, but also to feel it like so transparent, you know, like being so clear what is going on here. But more than just a restaurant, it's more like an experience. All of these things that we're sharing here from Los Cabos, La Paz, Loreto are places where every tourist will feel like in home, you know?
So the first couple of pages in the magazine, they are dedicated to where to eat, what to do, so activities and experiences, and major events that are going on in the fall. Events like Loreto's founding celebrations, or the Fiesta de San Javier in Loreto, or the Bisbis here in Cabo San Lucas,
or the PGA that
or
is
the
coming
PGA,
on
of course,
November.
exactly. Yeah. That's really what the DNA of Destino has always been. No, it's a place where you go and check and be informed of what's going on, and we kept that here. We are, for the next edition, we're expanding it even more, but I think that's a very functional, practical segment of the magazine. Do you have any special, out of the ones that we recommended,
The
is
East
there
Cape
anyone that
side,
you, yeah?
I love the snorkeling and diving in Cabo Pulmo. It's obviously a must for every tourist to live. It's something really different. Obviously, it is not the typical store or mall, you know, that as every city.
And restaurants in East Cape, do you have one that you like? We recommend a couple here, but I don't know if there's one that you. If I were to come from elsewhere and I'm like Frida, I'm going to the East Cape for a weekend. Where can I go
Probably
and eat?
will tell you Liebre Matrera, that it's an space like where you can take a drink, but also just like if you want to be on the beach with your dog and being happy with your friends.
Where
having
exactly
some
is it?
time. Like La Fortuna.
La Fortuna.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
we didn't include it here.
No, but we will.
We will next time. Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
I think there's lots of places to eat very well here, but I do have a special predilection for La Paz. I think it's a really top city to eat.
Have you ever been to Quemadero?
Quemadero, yes, I've been.
That is pretty good.
I've been,
and they have Matadero that is their speakeasy.
We have it here.
The best of both worlds. Yeah.
We have it here in La Paz. the one I really like
Yeah.
is Tatanka. I think it's
Tatanka,
it's a
okay.
super good. Have you been?
No.
No? The entrance is a little sketchy, maybe. So
Okay.
it's like it's downtown and it's like a parking lot.
Okay.
And then you walk through the parking lot, and it's
Okay.
like an inside patio of an old house.
Okay.
And it's really, really, really good food. Like the lobster mac and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
That's
The must.
well, I really like it. But there's other good stuff on the menu.
Okay.
So that's for sure in here. You know, all
And
the
obviously a must to go here in Cabo Wabo.
of course Cabo Wabo.
If you like rock music and well this like, you know, kind of cool but with the OGs,
Yeah,
Cabo
yeah.
Wabo is a must.
So we also talked about restaurants, but the way we kind of categorize them is that these restaurants must be inside private
Okay.
residential communities, and they must be open to the public. We found three. I mean, there's more, but these are just three that we really like, and it's the Woods, which is in Diamante, Cabo San Lucas.
But it's really good.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Comal, which is in Chileno Bay, and the Cape. So the Cape is a hotel, obviously, but they do have their residential segment. So they have the residences at the Cape. So that's why they qualify. They have like two or three or four very good restaurants in there.
Yeah,
so
they have the Ledge, Manta, yeah.
the rooftop even,
Yeah, the
the bar.
rooftop,
So
yeah.
we have an overview of the real estate market by a broker called Fletcher Wheaton, who is very active here in Cabo, and he talks about pre-construction. I can't summarize it in just a few sentences, but I think it's very useful to read to understand how pre-construction right after the pandemic was like a sure bet. Like you could buy anything in pre-construction and it would be a good investment. Right now, you really have to be more careful. There's still good opportunities on the market.
I'm looking here at the word tesal.
Yeah.
And it's like a key word here in Cabo because everyone thinks like if they want to invest in Cabo, they think the only place is El Tesal. Obviously, there are a lot of opportunities there, but also
because it became like the hotspot for pre-construction deals.
Yeah.
And there are some deals to be made still, but yeah, I mean there's lots of things going on here and in other parts of the Keyscape and all over now. We did kind of the same with Cerritos.
Okay,
so
I
it's a
love
market
Cerritos,
overview
yeah.
of Cerritos. Why do you love Cerritos?
And it's a place like calm where you will see like people surfing and enjoying a beer, but not as a spring breaker, you know, like as a crazy kiddo. It
Do
is
you like
more
Cerritos or Pescadero more?
Oh my god. I have the pescadero because it's like chiller.
Yeah,
I like
even
that.
more.
Yeah, even more.
Even more.
So calm, but Cerritos is like a downtown, you know? And Pescadero is like a place where
I really
take
like
a long weekend.
I really like a quote from a developer that we interviewed, and he's like, this is like Malibu in the 1960s.
Okay,
like for
yeah.
real estate, it's like you have to get in there now because in like 40 years or something, it's going to be
So expensive.
so expensive. And what's interesting is that you can see a beach town, like a city, like take shape
Yeah.
and grow. So
Yeah,
that's super interesting.
Of course. We have Loreto.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm from Loreto. Yeah, I'm not from Cabo. I have been living here like since my 2 months of born, but I'm from Loreto and I love Loreto and I think it's a really nice place. A different kind of luxury.
Yeah.
It can be fun because they have like all these golf courses and it's so beautiful, but also they have like some amazing islands.
It's a different kind of luxury. It's kind of far away depending from where you're coming because they also have their own airport, no?
Yeah.
So look at this picture. I think when I think of why luxury there is different, is that picture, that photo like captures it because it's just stunning.
So natural.
Like the beauty
you
is
don't
like
need like any structure, any art, anything because it's natural and it's happening, you know, and it's like a piece of art that just the land gave us.
And it's stunning. Like it's really like one of the most beautiful places I've seen. We talk about Loreto, real estate there. We interviewed the sales director of Danzante Bay, which is a development over there.
A huge development there.
Yes, and he says that the rate of appreciation in real estate in Loreto is higher than anywhere else in Mexico. So it's really, it's a very good investment. People should pay more attention to Loreto.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
What kind of mindset guides the team in curating like what's going on this new chapter of Destino? Like in visuals, educational content, to go beyond the readers might expect, you know?
Yeah. So I always try to make this for someone, right?
Okay.
Like a magazine or really any creative work. I think has to be clearly done by someone for someone.
Mm-hmm.
When I think of who is this for, I think of someone who is in a way invested in Baja California Sur. So emotionally invested, financially invested, someone who has perhaps bought property here, or someone who just comes every year because he or she loves fishing here or whatever, but someone who
Connection with
yeah, so a certain
the
kind of
ecosystem.
relationship,
Yeah.
a certain kind of
An
relationship,
emotional
an emotional
connection.
connection.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
for
that's
sure. Looking ahead, what is a long-term vision to Destino Magazine, like for Destino Magazine, and how do you see it continue to exceed these expectations?
we have to keep working, and we're doing that in really creating an object that is worth keeping, right? So something that you will want to place on your coffee table for many months, and
Yeah.
then hopefully put in your bookshelf, right? We want to develop and create that product. So this edition is like the first step towards that, and then for from a more like commercial point of view, because
Yeah, that and
we do have to
actually
pay the bills. So
that's my side. You know, when you talk about commercial side, when you talk about business, what do you want to see here at Destino Magazine? I'm thinking it like in also curating businesses. You
yeah,
know, so we have a really concrete vision where we want to like focus on the amazing things that occurs here in Cabo, like what's going on Cabo, but as a natural but curated stuff. And also we're trying to look this like partners
yeah.
that will include in this mindset of Los Cabos, you know?
What we were saying about celebrating local photographers, I think
Mm-hmm.
we also want to celebrate local businesses, right?
Indeed,
Because they
yeah.
are like at the center of what's moving this destination. Here's where the commercial and the aesthetics come together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do want to produce an environment, an editorial environment where these kinds of businesses feel happy to participate, right?
Yeah.
So I do think that print media is today it's a luxury. It's a luxury version of media. It's like people when they decide to purchase an LP record, instead of listening
Yeah.
just to Spotify. Why do they do that? Because it gives them a certain like very
Taste.
specific experience.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's a different experience. For
and
sure.
that's what print media is today. So we are working on delivering that experience to our readers, to our advertisers, and to everyone.
And also another really important thing for me is that a lot of people is coming to Cabo to live here from different parts of the world, but also from different parts of Mexico. So I think that having like a networking and a place to connect,
Yeah,
it will create a community.
that's key.
And when
Yes.
you keep people together, they will create like stronger things, but also more beautiful things. And also to have like to take more care about Cabo. If people is coming, just share what's going on here in Cabo and why we like matter so much about our place. You know, like why we take a lot of care
Because
of
exactly, and
here.
at some point, you and I were talking about how society, to call it somehow, here in Cabo is much more open than it is in other cities in Mexico
Yeah.
or even in the world, right? Like if you try to become a part of the society of X other city in Mexico, you can often find that it's like a very hermetic, closed
Yeah.
group of people. But here it's different. Is that
Yeah,
true?
if you're having a like if you're swimming at the pool of whatever place, you will meet someone, and that someone will open their doors so you can have like a really good chat and create a new friendship, and then networking, and then create like a new business together. So I feel that that's kind of like the energy of Los Cabos. It is a place where you can connect with people but match, and not just as like a friendship or relationship, but also as a networking place. You can meet like the owner of the airport, but also a person that works there, and both it's gonna be like great people.
This is my last anecdote because we're gonna have to start to wrap it up. But you just reminded me of a time when I visited a friend in Barcelona. So he moved there, and he was like, "Yeah, so this is a very cosmopolitan city, but no one talks to each other. So what's the point?" And I think here, Cabo is surprisingly cosmopolitan. It's super cosmopolitan. It's places people from all over the world, and they actually talk to each other.
I love that. Cabo. Yeah. Everyone has to take the new Destino magazine, of course, to feel like these new pages, the quality, it's amazing, the photography is beautiful. So I think that's like a new opportunity, and also to the new spaces that will open, or our new projects as like events, and also the social part, like the social media side, will be a really good friend or someone that you will like take care. So Destino, it's gonna be more of what it's got like already being, like a place or a magazine where you will find where to eat, what to do, how to feel also here in Cabo, and take care of this beautiful land.
Well, thank you, Frida, and thanks again to Puerta Vieja for letting us use their space for this video. Bye. See you next time.